join a circus. You can be a clown there, and you can have Munir along with you. You can do beautiful shows here. But
Let me get Adit into this conversation as well. Adit, the man who is being blamed for precipitating this terror attack, Mr. Munir, is nowhere in sight. There are telltale signs coming up that he's planning to flee Pakistan. That is the kind of report or information that is coming through at this point in time. There is also murmur that Pakistan is going to ask for a negotiation with India before India has even started any countermeasures against Pahalgam. Where do you think that Pakistan stands today? And all this chest thumping about the Islamic bomb and the nuclear weapons that they have is more or less suicide talk. It's demented talk. It is not something. They had a nuclear bomb when Kargil happened as well. Even India knew that, and the world knew that. But the fact of the matter is that the Saudi and the American control is not going to allow them to use these weapons. The IMF is not going to allow them to use these weapons because it's very, very evident that that is what has been collateralized by Pakistan to secure this money.
Absolutely. I think, Vineet, you hit the nail on the head when you said, that's what has been leveraged by Pakistan to the IMF to secure the 24 loans that they've been able to secure. I mean, think about it, $7 billion. What are they doing with it at this point? How are they even securing that loan? So there is no assets that they could have leveraged in that scenario. So, that's one part. But I think, that Islamic bomb side of things, I think that myth was busted when India did Balakot. We knew for a fact that there was nothing there, and so with thanks to him, he mentioned something very critical. It's tactical nuclear weapons. Tactical nuclear weapons is as good as a suicide bomb. Even if you go to bomb your enemy, your first casualty is going to be within your own vicinity. So if that is what they want to do, if that is how they want to execute it, God help them, rather Allah help them. Coming back to General Asif Munir, there have been numerous news. A, he's been in a bunker. B, he's looking to flee. There have been memes flying on social media about him being on an aeroplane to Honolulu. So there are many conspiracy theories coming out at this point, but nothing certain at this point. But one thing which is certain is that there is a lot of disenchantment within the Pakistani army. There have been number of reports which have come in of Pakistani, senior army families being flown out into UAE, into London, into Canada, etc. And there has been a circular notification generated by the GHQ, requesting their family members not to flee Pakistan at this point, and also the officers not to leave Pakistan at this point. So we know for a fact that Pakistan. The top military brass, the polity are all running helter-skelter, which is why you see suddenly, this talk about the water mission and the governments of Balochistan, Sindh, of all the provinces coming together and sitting together. I think that's what they're trying to show is that, Punjab being the larger recipient of the waters from India, from the Indus Water Treaty, if that gets impacted, then what is the ripple effect on Sindh? What is the ripple effect on other parts of Pakistan? The agri industry is completely going to be decimated. At this point, they get 80% of the lion's share of the water, and their water management system is so abysmal that it is a case study in the making. That they haven't been able to manage their canals. They haven't been able to diversify. From crop perspective, they still stick to rice and cotton, which are extremely intensive, water intensive crops. So all in all, even a 5% reduction in the water flow from India could have a terrible impact in Pakistan. With the population, taking the polity and the military hostage. So it's a complete helter-skelter situation. So Pakistan, to be honest, is in a complete disarray. We've already seen today, there are multiple reports of protests in Pakistan, of Jammu Kashmir and Gilgit. All of these protests are going to have a very detrimental impact on the unity of Pakistan, which basically rests on the premise of anti-India and anti-Hindu hate. Vinny.
You're absolutely right. And in fact, Major General Anuj Mathur also joined